Welcome back to Add Art. In today's tutorial, we're going to draw a scene from one of my favourite books, The Iron Man by Ted Hughes. Now, before I do, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Add Art and hit the bell. When you do, you'll be the first to know when I've released a new drawing like this one. But get ready to draw something gigantic. First, we'll start with the Iron Man's head. We'll make this quite blocky. Bring it down. We'll give him a jaw that sticks out, so we'll make this like a rectangle underneath. Bring it across. And down. Across again. Now, where the Iron Man came from, nobody knows, as the author leaves that to our imagination. But what we do know is his eyes change colour depending on his mood. So let's put those in. They look like car headlights. Put two pupils in. Give him an eyebrow that comes across there. And his nose that comes down as a block between his eyes. Let's put some bolts in, holding his jaw in position. Now, The Iron Man was written by author Ted Hughes and was first published in 1968. And the scene we're going to draw today is from the second chapter, when a farmer's son called Hogarth sees the Iron Man for the first time appearing over a cliff's edge. Just put those dots on his forehead. Have some huge bolts like ears on the side of his head here. We'll have one on top as well to keep his head screwed on. Now we'll bring his body across and down. The way down. We'll put a shoulder here, curving round and back. Have a huge screw keeping that in place. And bring his arm all the way down. Have his hand in the foreground here, gripping onto the edge of the cliff. Bring the thumb down at an angle. Then let's put the individual fingers in. Last one just there. And put the grassy edge of the cliff in. Bring that across in front of him. Just stop it there. Some detail on his chest, maybe some metallic collarbones in here. Bring his chest across. The second shoulder in. Another screw. In the book we also discover the Iron Man doesn't eat food, he chomps on farm equipment. So let's have him holding a tractor that he's snacking on. Put the arches where the wheels will go. And bring it across and up to the cabin where the farmer sits. Down and back towards the engine. Finish that off. Put the headlight in. We'll put a smaller wheel at the front and a bigger wheel at the back. Put the wheel arches over those. We'll put the door in. Bring that up towards the top. Put the steering wheel in. And we'll have his thumb gripping onto the bonnet. Bring that down. towards a hand. We'll have his other fingers gripping hold of this. Put the last one just there. Now we'll go back across to this other hand and put some curved bits in to make it look jointed, as though it's built out of metal pieces. We'll do the same for his arm. Now this arm will come down as though it's resting on the edge of the cliff. Put that back up. Put some of these curves in. Give some shape to the arm. Curve those all the way to the top. Okay, we'll bring this cliff edge out and back on itself, almost as though parts of the cliff have collapsed away. And we'll bring the edge down. We can see the sea below. Some detail on those cliffs. As I was describing, here's our hero, Hogarth, the farmer's son, looking at the Iron Man for the first time. And in the book it describes how he's been fishing and senses someone watching him, so let's put in a fishing rod in his hand. It also describes a kind of forested area, so let's put that in. First tree here. And although Hogarth is initially scared of the Iron Man because he's so different, they eventually become good friends. One just behind it, making these like great pines. And a third one just between the two. And we'll finish the cliff edge there. A couple of birds to give a sense of scale. Put some detail on these trees. And apparently, the North American edition of the book was renamed The Iron Giant to avoid confusion with the popular Marvel character. Okay, I'm putting these little lines on the arm now, and it just makes it look all shiny and metallic. Wherever I've got one of these curves, I'm going to put a little dash, and it just makes it look as though the light's catching it. And although the book is fantastical, at its core it's all about friendship, learning to understand those who might be different to you, and how wars should be avoided at all cost. And in 1999 there was an animated film called The Iron Giant that was made based on the book, but it was set in America rather than England. But regardless of the changes, like the book, the film is one of my favourites of all time. And there we have it. There is the Iron Man meeting Hogarth for the first time. Hope you've enjoyed drawing along with that one today. Now, before I go, just a reminder to check out all the other ad art tutorials like these on my channel. You can do this by clicking on my double pencil profile picture. Also, if you like this video, do please give it a thumbs up as it really helps my channel grow. Finally, if you know someone who loves to draw, why not share ad art with them and draw together? But that's it for today, and I hope to draw along with you again soon on Ad Art. Bye for now.